Madam Secretary, I have a 7-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 3-year-old. I have a bullshit detector. I'm just asking you, is this doctored or not doctored?
Sir, the protocols in the case built against
Can you
Abrego
answer the
Garcia
question?
were exactly the same.
Madam Secretary.
If you've ever wondered why the Republican Party doesn't have time to make your life better or legislate in your service, it's because they're too busy covering for Donald Trump's stupidity and corruption. They're too busy working in service to Donald Trump and his particular agenda of enriching himself while destroying the country to actually work for you. And this was no more clear than it was yesterday during several congressional committees. One was with Kristi Noem and the other was with RFK Jr. And we're going to talk about a very alarming moment with Kristi Noem yesterday. And this is an exchange between Eric Swalwell, Congressman from California, and of course the Homeland Security Secretary, who can't even provide enough security for herself to not get pickpocketed while in restaurants in Washington, D.C. And this surrounds covering for Donald Trump's abject idiocy. His level of moronic is just off the charts. You'll remember the interview with ABC's Terry Moran the other day, where Donald Trump just brought the entire interview to a screeching halt to demand that they cover the markings on Abrego Garcia's hand and the doctored photo that was annotated with MS 1 and 3, indicating what these particular tattoos they purport to mean. It's all just beyond parody. I've got 3 clips for you. One is Eric Swalwell bringing it to Kristi Noem. The other is right-wing media sphere covering for the stupidity of Donald Trump. And then we're going to remind you of just how stupid the dear leader is. First, though, watch this. And look, before I play the clip, I want to impress on everybody that this is the energy that we need from members of Congress. It was a little too kid-gloved for my taste. She's running roughshod. She's trying to filibuster. She's trying to not answer the question and answer a different question that wasn't asked. And she needs to be shut up every time she diverges from what the intent of the question is. As soon as she starts answering a different question that wasn't asked, she should be, I'm reclaiming my time. Be quiet until I ask you a question, Secretary Noem. But all in all, a very good job. Watch this from Eric Swalwell.
I want you to have credibility and be taken seriously as you do the job. And so I want to put to rest this question about Mr. Garcia and this photo that the president posted on April 21. Madam Secretary, you agree that the letters MS and the number 13 in Times Roman numeral font, that they are doctored on this photo, right?
Congressman Abrego Garcia.
No, I'm just asking about this photo.
It wasn't based off of tattoos. It was based off an entire case.
And I'll accept that
case against him.
for the purpose of this question. You agree, though, that this is doctored. Is that right?
The same protocols that are
Madam
applied
Secretary,
to every
I want you to have
individual with
credibility,
law
and
enforcement.
I want you to be taken seriously. Is this doctored or is it not
Sir,
doctored?
I am taken quite seriously
Is it
because
doctored
I
or not
with
doctored?
the importance that the president has given me to do
I understand.
my job.
Is it doctored or not
One thing
doctored?
that's important to remember is that every single time a case is built,
Madam Secretary, I have a
against
7-year-old, a
individuals in the
6-year-old, and a
same
3-year-old. I have a bullshit detector. I'm just asking you, is this doctored or not doctored?
Sir, the protocols in the case built against
Can you
Abrego
answer the
Garcia
question?
were exactly the same.
Madam Secretary,
I don't have
you're-
any knowledge as to that photo you're pointing to.
Okay, can you
I
take
don't,
her?
sir.
Can you show her the photo? Walk her the photo down there. No, that one. Please take a look at this photo. It was tweeted by the president on April 21. It's been hanging out there for about a month.
So what is your point?
My question is the numbers and the letter MS-13. Could you look at the photo, please? It's right in front of
Are
you.
you saying Abrego Garcia is not a wife beater?
No, ma'am.
That he's not a criminal.
Ma'am,
he's not a human trafficker, and he's not a member of MS.
You vouched for Mr. Garcia when
You're
your team
vouching for a
said,
man
ma'am, you
that
vouched
is a
for him when
known
you said he was
violent
mistakenly
criminal.
deported.
Sir,
I didn't vouch for him.
I did not say
In that
he
photo,
should have been deported. Absolutely.
It's so
There was
telling
never
that
a
you
mistake
won't look
to
at the
deport him,
photo.
and we will not be bringing
Was
him back
it
to
doctored
this
or
country.
not?
In staying here, if
Can you
he
look
comes
to
back
your
the
right
country, he
at
would
the
be
photo in
deported
front of
right
you?
away.
Madam Secretary, can you look to the right at the photo in front of you?
I have seen this
Okay.
photo as you held it behind your head.
Thank you. And the letters MS and the numbers 13, are those
Is
doctored
this your
or
entire
not?
testimony today is on a doctored photo? You don't want to talk about the facts?
Okay,
The
so
importance of our national security?
You acknowledge it was
To
doctored.
make sure that the United States is protected.
Madam Secretary,
from
this is not a
violent
hard
criminals?
question. Are those doctored or not?
Sir,
Is that actually on his hand or not?
This is unbelievable to me that you're focused
It's
on
unbelievable
a
to me
photo
that you can't
think-
look at the photo and tell the American
I looked
people.
at the photo, but I don't have any knowledge as to this photo.
That's the Homeland Security Secretary refusing to answer a question because the answer would make the dear leader look like the moron that he is, the conspiracy theorist that he is, the addled, demented goon that he is. The tattoos are, it's not a clear case of what they mean. The interpretation is a conspiracy theory itself. Those were clearly photoshopped on as an indication of what they were, or the guess at what they were, the lie about what they were. And she couldn't do it. Which is strange because last night on Laura Ingraham, they could do it. But they are trying to make Eric Swalwell look stupid for saying that it was doctored and not annotated, or whatever Byron Donald says. Watch this as they try to spin this as an Eric Swalwell problem and not clearly a Kristi Noem and Donald Trump problem.
I have a bull detector. I'm just asking you, is this doctored or not doctored?
So the picture was translating the symbols on the knuckles. Mm-hmm. So it was saying M, this stands for M, this stands for S. So when he's saying it's doctored, he literally knows he's lying.
Yeah, he does.
But he does it anyway.
Well, let me help my colleague who has no credibility. That picture has what's called a caption. The caption is to explain what the tattoo means, so everybody in our country has the same piece of information. President Trump ran on and won on deporting criminal illegal aliens. That's what he's doing.
I love how perplexed they act. Well, it's obvious what's going on here. Is it that obvious? Is it that clear, Byron Donalds, Laura Ingraham? Because your dear leader, the man you're defending, the man you're embarrassing yourself sticking up for, is the man who does believe those tattoos, that annotation in Photoshop or MS Paint, that they were actually tattoos. Here's your reminder that this is the guy that they humiliate themselves for.
He wasn't a member of a gang. And then they looked, and on his knuckles, he had MS-13.
There's a dispute
over that. Wait a minute. He had MS-13 on his knuckles tattooed.
He had some tattoos that are interpreted that way. But let's move on.
Wait a minute. Hey, Terry.
He did not have the letter MS-13.
It says MS-13.
That was Photoshopped. So let me
That was Photoshopped. Terry, you can't do that. Hey, they're giving you the big break of a lifetime. You know, you're doing the interview. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay. I picked you, Terry, but you're not being very nice. He had MS-13 tattooed.
We'll agree to disagree. I want to move on to something else.
Terry, do you want me to show you the picture?
I saw the picture.
And you think it was Photoshop? Well,
here we go.
Don't Photoshop it. Go look at his hand. He had MS-13.
He did have tattoos that can be interpreted that way. I'm not an expert on them. I want to turn to Ukraine, sir.
Terry,
I want to get to Ukraine.
No. He had MS as clear as you can be, not interpreted. This is why people no longer believe the news, because
when
it's
he was
fake
photographed
news.
in El Salvador, they aren't there. But let's just go on. They aren't there when he's in El Salvador.
They weren't there, but they're there now, right?
No,
but they're there
in
now.
your picture.
Terry,
Ukraine, sir.
He's got MS-13 on his knuckles.
All right.
Okay?
Well, we'll take a look at that.
You do such a disservice.
We'll take a look at that,
Why don't you just say, yes, he does, and, go on to something else?
It's contested.
It's all, listen, if it wasn't so dangerous that they're willing to absolutely make themselves look to be idiots or out themselves as idiots for Donald Trump, that this is the guy they're defending, it would be funny. If not for the fact that there is grave danger in our country. Our national security posture is lessened, our economic standing is lessened, and we as an opposition party, we are falling behind when this is the energy they bring. We need a lot more aggression in Congress. We need a lot more aggression from people who do my job. and I hope you join me in that. What do you think about all of this? You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. Please consider helping support this work, helping grow this independent media channel. You can do so by clicking the join button below for $2 a month. Become a channel member, or you can go to my Patreon page, patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Follow me on social media if you're already there. It's a nightmare out there, so don't volunteer to do it. Only if you're already there being tortured. Follow me at Dollemore. I love and appreciate you guys very much. I'll be back next week. I got one more day here in Boise, but I'll be back in D.C. for next week. I'll see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.